At 70, if you can still do these 6 things, you are winning at life. Welcome to Love and Life. Hello, friends, let me ask you something. What does it mean to win at life? Because I'll tell you what it's not. It's not just about money, not about fame, or even power. It's about something deeper, something far more fundamental. It's about standing tall, shoulders back, even when the weight of time presses down on you. It's about living in a way that, by 70, you're still engaged with the world, still growing, still fighting the chaos that tries to drag you into oblivion. If, at 70, you can still get out of bed without letting pain dictate your entire day, you've conquered one of life's greatest challenges, keeping your body functional despite the relentless march of time. The body, like the mind, weakens if neglected. Decline is the default state of existence. Strength, flexibility, and resilience don't sustain themselves, they're forged through discipline, persistence, and a constant battle against decay. Aging doesn't mean helplessness. The difference between those who remain active in old age and those confined by their own bodies often traces back to choices made decades earlier. Have you treated your body like a tool to be honed, or let it rust away? Movement, stretching, lifting, walking, these aren't luxuries, they're necessities. And the moment you stop doing them, you start sliding into frailty. If, at 70, you can still think clearly and articulate your ideas, you've preserved one of humanity's most precious assets. A sharp mind doesn't maintain itself, it's forged through deliberate effort, just like a muscle. The world is complex, and without coherent thought, you'll be lost in it. Clear thinking and articulate speech are hallmarks of a keen mind. If you can still explain your perspective, recall key details, argue without confusion or frustration, it means you've spent a lifetime sharpening your intellect. Many assume cognitive decline is inevitable with age, but that's not entirely true. Just as muscles atrophy without use, the mind dulls without stimulation. Reading, writing, debating, problem solving, these keep the brain alive. Beyond intelligence, there's another factor, the ability to listen. If, at 70, you're still open to new ideas, still able to engage with differing viewpoints, you've retained one of intellect's most vital qualities. At 70, if you still have meaningful relationships, it reflects exactly how you've lived your life. If you have people who genuinely care about you, who seek you out not from obligation, but because they value your presence, you've achieved something more significant than wealth or fame. Human connection doesn't happen by accident, it's cultivated and sustained over time. Many find themselves lonely in old age not because of fate, but because of habits they didn't correct earlier. They prioritized work over family, pride over reconciliation, or convenience over loyalty. They took people for granted, assuming relationships would endure on their own, but they don't. A meaningful bond, whether with a spouse, children, friends, or colleagues, requires effort, patience, and the ability to be both vulnerable and accountable. If, at 70, you have people who trust, confide in, and cherish you, it means you've lived a life of reliability and integrity. If, at 70, you still have a reason to get up every morning, you've overcome one of aging's greatest foes, meaninglessness. Purpose isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It keeps you tethered to the world, turning time into opportunity rather than burden. A life without purpose, no matter how long, is mere existence. In contrast, a life driven by something meaningful, at any age, is always vibrant. Many retire and think they've earned the right to rest. But meaning isn't something you earn once and keep forever, it must be continually renewed. The moment you stop pursuing something, you stagnate, and stagnation leads to decline. If, at 70, you still have something to do, something that excites or challenges you, you're truly living. If, at 70, you can still do hard things, you've refused to surrender to decay. Comfort is seductive but dangerous. The moment you stop challenging yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, you start to weaken. Always face reality instead of retreating into nostalgia or regret. Many reach old age and choose the path of least resistance. They stop striving, stop testing their limits, stop engaging with anything that might challenge them. But this is a slow death disguised as rest. The truth is, there's no finish line where effort becomes unnecessary. Growth has no expiration date. The strongest, most fulfilled people are those who keep pushing past their limits, regardless of age. If you can still do hard things, if you still choose to confront challenges rather than avoid them, you are truly living. You're not just waiting for the end, you're still fighting. And that means, no matter what happens, you're winning. If, at 70, you can look in the mirror without being haunted by regret, you've won at life, because you've lived honestly, courageously, and responsibly. And that's the most important battle, the one with yourself. Here's to conquering yourself. Thanks for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it to your life. Your input means a lot to us, so don't hesitate to share. Reading your comments fuels our motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us keep creating quality content to inform and inspire. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.